Hello everyone, welcome to RSUM Life. Hope you're all doing good and being safe. I cannot believe that I'm actually saying this. This video is September month garden tour. Time is going way too fast. It always does, but especially this year it seems to be zooming through way too fast. We are already in September and approaching near to the fall, but you know what, few things are much better in fall than in summer, especially looking at these beautiful sunflowers. As usual, we start our garden tours with a raspberry patch, and these raspberry plants are loaded again. We have been snacking all through the almost right from the beginning of summer, or a kind of a mid-spring throughout. That's the best part with raspberries, as I was saying in earlier videos also, that it starts giving from summer and it goes all the way until the last frost date. Sorry, the first frost date, and it comes back again in the spring. And these are the new fruit which is forming. I did plant a couple of fall crops. These are the peas, and we put a nice good fencing support, kind of like a net, so that once the peas start growing, they can take the vertical support. But mostly I don't think these peas might survive because our hogs and bunnies loves to eat away any of the peas plants whenever I have it. So let's see, I got to see if we have to replant it into the fenced raised beds and maybe give it a try. I think these are the cowpea beans. Whenever I make a stir fry with it, it almost tastes similar to the regular bush beans. And it has a very nice crush, you know, kind of like regular beans, string beans sort of thing. That's it. Loving these flowers. We didn't get any vegetables on this ad, no beans on this ad. And the mimosa is growing nice and happy. I'm just checking when it might actually start flowering. And the glades, they're all done with the flowers, but I will never take out chop out the leaves, because if you guys see, there are lots and lots of baby glades which are forming under the soil. So we should generally, this is what I follow. We should never chop out the any of the bulbs, let them be, let them brown and fall off. Until then, leave it as is. And the blueberries, we got like a good chunk of blueberries. Those were nice and very flavorful, and it was a good crop. And this week I'll be giving more fish fertilizer so that it'll develop more foliage and let it grow a little bit bigger, so that next year it'll have capacity to hold more fruit. And a couple of more peas. This mint has such a good flavor. Whenever I just touch the plant, right, I could just smell the scent of mint on my hands. Such a beautiful, beautiful, fragrant, not fragrant exactly, flavorful flavor. The roses are coming back nice and good again. Since the Japanese beetles are not there anymore to bother these beautiful plants, these are growing back nice and good. And the persimmon, it has the side shoots. I can see the side shoots, which is a good thing, so that this plant can grow more and have nice foliage, and maybe like in 2 years we can get some fruit. The rose plant, this has such a good fragrance. This is the red roses, and the fragrance is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna clip off this long tall one, and I'm thinking of making trying to root it out and plant it at some other spots. This is the strawberry vanilla hydrangea. The color has changed to almost kind of green, and apples are ready for picking. We keep snacking on these apples all throughout the week. Whenever, not whenever, like daily as a AM snack, we just come here, take one apple, one or two, and eat the fresh ones. That's why I didn't do like a complete harvest of the apples. So we'll just take the fresh ones, eat it, and enjoy it. In the green magnolia, I somehow thought like it was just in the spring the flowers would come, but I'm completely wrong. It has been flowering throughout, and I love the color of it. And more red apples. These are the gala variety, as you guys know. And same thing, like we have been snacking along all throughout every week. The figs are loaded, like literally loaded. I love to eat fresh figs. I love to dehydrate them too, but it never happens. I just gobble it right away. Dehydrated figs taste like candy, like literally tastes like candy. These are so delicious. I mean, any fresh fruit, right? It's delicious. That's for sure. Like straight from the tree, you eat it. It's so good. We had like bunch of fruit which we didn't notice. We weren't home for 5 days, and the fruit was like completely ripened, and few of the fruit we lost it, but that's fine though. I'm trying to get one more. You can't just stop with one. Beautiful plant. These figs are so amazing. It was a teeny tiny plant when we started it 2 or 3 years ago, and it just grew so big. The peaches are good, and this is the crepe myrtle. Nice and happy. You guys remember in the last month garden video, this plant was like completely chopped off, kind of like bold, right? Now look at this. It is again. I would again need to trim off couple of these twigs. Because my main intention was to have a nice airflow, and look at this ones. These are just growing back crazy. And this is the chop and drop method, which I started following. We have a lot of gourds, so I just chopped lots and lots of vines and did a chop and drop method for the cherry tree. Let's see how the results would be. And if you see huge mushrooms in your garden, that is a great sign. Your soil health is amazing. So that's a great sign. Don't get worried when you see mushrooms in your garden, which is a very good thing. Your soil is fertile. Of course, like those are not edible ones, so we'll not be touching with the bare hands. We'll be using a shovel and we'll be composting it. And finally, the bitter gourd has started catching up. You see the tiny ones. We did a harvest today just before the video and made some kakarkaya fry. This is the female flower. Just as a reference, I'm saying like now this is the female flower, and this is the male flower. So for the male flower, you will not see the baby bitter gourd. It's just only the flower. For female flowers, you will see the baby bitter gourd or like any of the gourds, right? For that example. And the tomatoes, this this tomatoes were complete volunteer ones. I think there is just 2 or 3 plants which were volunteer tomatoes, and I did a separate, I mean, I have the content ready for this harvest one. First harvest we got like close to like 3 lb or 4 lb of tomatoes, and there are a lot more. And this banana plant, this is not actually a true banana plant in the sense like the edible one. It's more like a decorative or the fancy variety, I think. And the turmeric curry leaf. So for curry leaves, if you see the plant is going straight, just dare and clip off the top, and immediately you will see the side shoots. So this is what I did, like, and I just pinched off the top of the curry leaf plant, and immediately I could see the side shoots which are forming. So that way the plant will be more bushy instead of like going straight and tall. We will need to bring it indoors, so it's better to have like a more bushy kind of a plant, so that it's more easily manageable. And this is the nightshade, like a jasmine variety, which I got it from my sister. So got only those stems of it, and look at that, it started giving new leaves, which means like it did root out and it is very much alive. Same thing, like, and I did pinch off the top of the curry leaf plant so that it'll give more side shoots. It is a hard task in the sense like it's kind of like very to pinch off the tops, right? Like, and it's kind of like little tough, but it's a good thing what you'll be doing to the plant. You'll get more side branches and it'll be more healthy instead of going like straight and too tall. The rosemary also got up to the growth. This is the gumfrini. I did collect a lot of seeds, so there will be a seeds giveaway for sure. So stay tuned. Mostly it'll be done in month of November or December, because now it's way too hectic to do any kind of seeds giveaway. So stay tuned. So we'll be having a lot of seeds for next year, which I'm more than happy to share. And this is a lily variety which one of our friends gave, and the fragrance is like out of the world, like such good fragrance. I love this one. I just I was in the last video I mentioned, right, banana peels. Whenever you snack on bananas, just throw in the peels here, like you'll get beautiful flowers. It's such a simple task to do. And finally my vision came true. I wanted a sunflower here, and I wanted some nice vines going around this tunnel. It's kind of like very close to my vision, but happy with the results. We got a sunflower. This survived our groundhog somehow, and rabbits. Somehow this one plant survived, and I love this tunnel, this spot. There is corn going on, like complete farm vibes, right? And look how nicely the squirrel has ate up the whole corn. This is the rainbow corn, so it has multiple colors in it. I should definitely harvest it before my beautiful squirrel will get it. I mean, I'll harvest a little bit. I'll let the other ones for them to snack. They have to eat too. So this corn has a different color. And the chukurigaya, the beans, is finally catching up. I think This is the season when they will start flowering. So beans generally, last year also we had this one, and it gave until the last frost date, and we had like a huge crop of chukurgayalu. That's our beans. And Malabar spinach, I did a harvest of the leaves and to freeze it, so that is there. And the ginger also, ginger is growing nice and good. There are multiple baby plants which form, which means like the rhizome inside is growing nice and good. We got like two or three eggplants. I did, and I was mentioning earlier, right? Like we did a harvest today before the video. And last year, this time, we had like overloaded eggplants. I think that's what happens. I don't know. This year, we didn't have much of eggplants at all. And the gongura. And the gongura, it's a jungle for sure. The long bottle gourd sorakaya, it's almost done. I'll need to, I don't know if I have to take it out right away because we do have the space, and I don't know, I'm just debating on this one. And this whole patch will be cleared. Got to find the time, and I wanted to clear the whole patch and put more of fall crop. So you see, like there is some more fruit or the sorakaya which are farming. So I'm not sure, we'll have to take it out or leave it as is, because the plant is almost done. The quality of the vegetable is also gone, so mostly we might take it out and leave the space for the snake gourd, the potlakaya variety. And the okra, most of the okra, it's a pain, okra, I don't know, I forget and it'll become too hard, so I'll just leave it for the seeds. I think I might have way too many seeds to share for the okra. And this is the snake gourd variety. This is the pichuka potlakaya. So it's a very tasty one. We had a harvest of it earlier. It was very tasty. I'm definitely gonna grow more next year. So this is the female flower. And this is the regular potlakaya, the longer one. We had a harvest of this one too. I did the potlakaya palu curry, which is made with milk. It was tasting so delicious. And these are the tiny but super spicy chili varieties. And more tomatoes. We weren't home for 5 days, and these tomatoes were bursting. A couple of those got wasted because we had couple of good rains, and the tomatoes drank too much of water. And the mustards are ready for harvest, so we'll have to harvest these mustards, clear up that area, and put a lot more fall crop. And this is the Malabar spinach. These are again bush variety of beans. Look at the leaf size. The good rains have helped these plants to grow nice and healthy. And more gongura. You guys know I love gongura. And this is the ash gourd. We got like one ash gourd over here, and another one is on the vertical support. And look at this ridge gourd, Birakaya. So I took all the time to make them climb onto this trillers, right? Onto this vertical support. And these guys are this is just one plant. This is just one plant which had lots and lots of vines, and it is growing nice and healthy. I'm not complaining about that, but I'm gonna show you a clipping of what this Rishka did. We are getting nice good I think like the harvest is gonna be good with this rich gourd. Oh, looks like I missed the clipping. So that rich gourd was actually climbing onto the cherry tree. It'll be fun harvesting those vegetables. That's the cluster beans. We are getting the cluster beans, and this is the regular sharp bush beans. This are for the fall crop. This one, like, and I sowed it a couple of days before, and the plants are growing nice and good. Can't complain. And there is lot more space to be planted. So okay, this is the one which I was talking about. You guys see this? It went all the way into the cherry tree, all the way up, and I don't know if you guys can focus this one, which is all the way on the top of the cherry tree. You guys see the vegetable over there? How am I supposed to harvest that? Like, climb onto the cherry tree and take it? I have no idea. That's why, like, my plants are wild. These are growing like, super wild. And they don't want to take the vertical support. Nope, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go in our own way, right? Take onto the cherry tree, even though you have all these cattle panel funds waiting for it to grow. And we do grow. We do let this monarch caterpillars to grow. This is something what my daughter loves. So these are for the monarch butterflies. We're almost at the end of the video. If you like this kind of videos, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment or a compliment, and you all guys have an awesome life. Happy and healthy gardening. Bye.